Hey guys, RJ here. There's so much good material from my London seminar that I scarcely know where to begin, but what you're going to see here is a discussion and then a demonstration of my philosophy of doing walk-ups and how the initial task is to engage attention in a way where the woman wants to be seduced, where I'd frame the issue like this. It's one thing to know how to create attraction and how to create arousal, and to be sure, those things are very important. It's another thing to know how to create that initial attention that makes her motivated, that opens her desire to want to be attracted, to want to be aroused. And you're going to see a lot of this, and I'm going to demonstrate with Kim, who is just a wonderful subject. There's going to be a lot here. It's just a treasure trove of riches, so I will pause the video and comment as we go through.
No, I can't do that, right? So, we come back to this idea of formats and themes, using certain formats to begin the process of engaging the attention and engaging the imagination. Now, initially, and I'm going to show you some stuff, but initially, remember, what I'm aiming at is not lust or desire or total fascination or deep connection. Initially, I'm aiming for that lean forward. I'm aiming for that initial where, even if it's not a physical leaning forward, it's a leaning forward with their attention.
There's a distinction that I read recently in a book by actually a very interesting woman, Temple Grandin, an autistic woman who used her autism to understand animals, and they did an HBO special about her that starred Claire Danes. But the interesting thing she points out, there's a system in the brain of all mammals that is what scientists call the seeking system. It's not even the pleasure system that runs on dopamine, but rather it's a system that is seeking rewards. It's not the system that gets activated when you get the reward, but it's a system that gets activated that motivates you to seek reward. And in a sense, what we're doing in that initial walk-up, initially when we do the walk-up, is activating that reward-seeking mechanism, where the woman, rather than being on the defense, is leaning forward mentally and even physically, so she becomes receptive to the rest of what we want to do. One of the key developments in speed seduction over the last year and a half is really working at engaging that reward-seeking system, that system that's searching for reward in a woman. And once we've done that, then all the rest of the patterning and stuff can be done. So a lot of those formats I'm teaching in terms of games and quizzes are designed to activate that reward-seeking mechanism in the woman. So it opens up her desire to be seduced, her desire to feel attraction, her desire to feel arousal.
It's sort of like, with their attention, they're saying, oh, I like this, show me more. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So, Kim, I need to borrow you again. So
now, within that phase, remember, we still use embedded commands. We use our tonality. We use pauses. We use all that stuff in that phase.
Since she's our only female volunteer, give her a big hand. She's doing really well.
And by the way, when you come to a seminar, when you come to a live training, this is the advantage. You can see it right in front of your eyes and ask questions and really see how it works.
Cool shoes, too. Huh? Take them off.
There are also certain subtle nuances that the camera just doesn't capture.
Being petite isn't bad. It just means you're closer to the earth. No, it doesn't. Okay. So, initially, I'm going to have you stand up in a minute. I'm going to show you a little bit about walk-ups. And it doesn't really matter so much what I say, but what I'm aiming at. When I do a walk-up, let's say, oh, this will work. Let's say you're at Starbucks and you're seated doing your whatever, working on. Do you do Facebook on Starbucks? Yeah, okay, whatever. All right. And the first thing I do when I open a girl is do a pre-opener. So let's write down pre-opener. And everything I'm going to show you, I'm going to explain why I do it.
And I know I've talked about pre-openers before, but repetition is the mother of skill.
A pre-opener is just designed to give a woman a little sample of my voice, a sample of my presence, a tiny little sample.
Remember, there's a pre-programmed circuit in the mind of all mammals and primate, especially primates, where we have to assess in like a split second, if we meet someone new, is that person a threat or not a threat? Are they male or are they female? If they're male, are they subordinate or are Are they dominant to us in the pecking order? If it's a female, is she interested or not interested? So we're really dealing with that mammalian circuit of identifying threat or foe or feed or fuck. Friend, foe, feed, fuck. That's all the pre-opener does. So it's more about your voice tonality and your overall presence than what you say. That's why what you say, the actual words, doesn't really matter
So she can.
in the pre-opener.
Does anyone here have cats?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have cats?
I do.
Okay. Have you ever seen a cat do this thing? Where they like open their mouth and they kind of make a weird face like that? Have you seen that? The cat has an organ on the roof of its mouth called a Jacobson's organ, or a vomeral nasal organ, where it's sort of a combination between taste buds and smelling. They're taking scent molecules on their tongue and lifting it up from their tongue to that organ so they can sample it just a little more and gain more information from it. This is not a language pattern, I'm telling you the truth. So you ever see a cat make that, it's kind of sniffs, and it goes like that? You ever see that? Have you ever seen that with your cat? Okay, this response is called, I think, Fleming, or anyway. So the point of the pre-opener is to just give the lady a little sample, a quick little harmless sample of my presence, my physical presence, my voice, and my vibe, just a little bit of it, just so she can sample it and immediately make a decision unconsciously, like in the back of the mind, safe or unsafe. That's all I'm doing. That's all I want her to do, to get a little sample, safe or unsafe. Because I want her definitely to come down strongly on the safe side. If I'm unsafe, then anything else I give, put your arms up, put your hands up. Do you know how to fight, to box?
Kind of.
Go ahead, show me what the stance is. Okay, I don't want that, right? First of all, because she could clock me fast. She looks like you could throw a jab. Can you throw a jab well?
Maybe, yeah.
Yes, she can. That's okay. Show me what you got.
I just kind of, I'm not
Yeah?
good at it.
No, that's good. Go ahead. I don't mind.
Okay, so kind of, so,
Yeah, she can sting pretty hard. Okay, so the pre-opener. The purpose of the pre-opener doesn't matter. It's not designed to be clever. So we're at the Starbucks. I'll say, forgive me, I'm just going to reach over and grab the cream. That's it. Or, excuse me, forgive me, I just need to reach over and grab the sugar. I don't mean to be in your space. Whatever it is, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving her an opportunity to quickly sample my physical presence, that I'm at a respectful distance. I'm not going to, forgive me, right? I'm letting her see that I'm a safe distance, that I'm being polite. I personally, if someone reaches into my space without saying, excuse me, I'm ready to break their arm. I don't like it. So I'm being polite. I'm giving her a chance to hear my voice, to sample the resonance of my voice. I have a resonant voice, yes? Yeah, I can use.
And guys, this is one reason why you really need to work on your voice, because that first sample she takes of your voice will tell her not only if you're safe or not, but do you have a male presence? Do you have a certain power about you? It all takes place very quickly, pre-verbally, unconsciously, for the most part.
It in a way that's quite powerful if I want to. So that's all it is. Pre-opener. You get it? Pre-opener can be anything. And then once I do the pre-opener, then I'm going to do my opener. I found if I do the pre-opener first, then I can do the stupidest opener and it works. If I do the stupid opener without the pre-opener, it doesn't work. Because if I do the pre-opener first, she's then going to view the opener through the filter of, okay, this guy's safe, it's okay to laugh. You get it? So, excuse me, I just want to grab the half and half. Sorry to reach into your space. Say, are you Jamaican?
no?
Because Jamaican me crazy. Okay. That was a really stupid thing to say, but when I saw you, I thought, let's see if she has a sense of humor to go along with all the good looks. My name is Dick. Dick Crazy. I have a feeling you are too. No, just kidding.
Now, I wouldn't really say Dick Crazy. That's to entertain the people in the audience.
Okay, so anyway.
But note her response. She thinks it's pretty funny.
Are you a roller, a folder, or a thrower? I'll go right into it like that. So let's examine what I did. I say something, first I do the pre-opener, and then I do something funny. I say, are you from Tennessee?
Why do I do something funny first? Well, because yes, it's true. I like to test for a sense of humor, but also humor creates openness between people. It creates receptivity. And remember, the initial couple of minutes, I'm just creating comfort and receptivity. So it's triggering the seeking mechanism in her, the part of her that's seeking out reward.
because you're the only 10 I see. All right. Okay, that was really stupid. But when I saw you here, I thought, see if she has a sense of humor to go along with the good looks. Or I could say, when I saw you here, I thought, see if she has a sense of humor before you decide to talk to her any further. Right? Now, I want you guys to get a subtle point. I'll give you the wording word for word, but if you're thinking of the wording, you're not getting the point. I'll give you the wording word for word, but first, what am I doing? I do the pre-opener, and then I'm going to be funny. Are you Jamaican? Because you're making me crazy. Or are you from Tennessee? You're the only 10 I see. So I'm going to be funny. And then I don't keep on being funny. From being funny, I switch to being vulnerable. I admit it was stupid. I'll say, okay, that was a really...
Now, the insight I've had recently is shifting vibes like this is not only teaching her unconsciously that you know how to offer emotional variety, which is very sexy, but also it creates more of that leaning forward of what is he going to do next? Ooh, this is interesting. What's next? What's next? That curiosity, that seeking behavior is what makes the seduction so much more easier, because it opens up her willingness to be seduced, her desire to feel attraction and arousal.
Stupid thing to say, right? I'm going to be vulnerable, and then I'm going to be strong and confident. I'm going to say, but when I saw you here, I thought, see if she has a sense of humor before you decide if you want to talk to her any further. So I'm stating my intent. I'm going to make my statement of intent. State intent. State intent screening.
And again, the exact words you use here are not so much important as conveying these things.
When I state my intent like that, okay, that was really stupid. That's being vulnerable. But when I saw you here, I thought, see if she has a sense of humor before you decide if she's really worth talking to. It's also a challenge, isn't it? Right? I'm essentially saying, I want to see if you have a sense of humor. I've got standards beyond your being good looking. You get it?
And I think being challenging with a woman not only actually arouses them, which it does, but it also creates that seeking, activates that mechanism in their mind that's seeking reward. So it does that, and it, at the same time, it arouses them.
So in the space of like a minute and a half, I'm doing all of this. And I really am screening. Look, give me a bad response, okay? Not yet, but okay. So, excuse me, I just want to reach for the cream. Hey, can I ask you something?
And as far as really screening, you can't get to actually truly being willing to screen until you take on that fun learning frame. When you take on the orientation that says, I am interested in the girl but invested in the skills, then you really can start to screen. Because if you don't like what you hear from the girl, you practice your skill and move on. So all these things I teach interlock together and support each other very nicely.
I'm sorry?
I'm really busy.
Okay. I'm done. You understand? That's fine with me. Or I could play with that if I wanted to. But I don't mean that kind of bad. Let me do the funny line and then go. Then, huh? What's
Okay.
that? Okay. Are you Jamaican? Because Jamaican me crazy. Just give me a sneer like. Okay. If that happens, which it almost never does, okay, I'm done. So what? She's shown me that she's not responding to a playful approach or to that one, and I'm out of there. How outrageous have I been with my playful approaches? I'll do all sorts of crazy stuff just to test for a sense of humor. Here, we stand up for me a minute? Okay. I've done this. I've walked up to a pretty girl in like a shopping mall. I'll go, excuse me, precious. Oh my God, I just have to say, you are so stylish. Where did you get this? Play along with me like you don't know I'm yet, all right? Where did you get this, you precious little princess?
Top.
Top shop. Oh my God, you're like a pinch between my gum and my cheek. There's nothing there. Give me a hug, you gorgeous thing. Oh my God, let me see. I have to tell you, I'm not really gay, but this sure feels good. No, seriously, when I saw you, I thought you probably get hit on 100 times a day. I better do something real different to really get your attention. So my name is Dick Stalker.
I would just add in there and see if you have the kind of sense of humor that I could really like. So I would say something like, okay, I know that was totally over the top and totally outrageous. When I saw you, I thought, she probably gets approached 100 times a day. You better do something unique and different to get her attention. And see if she has the kind of sense of humor you could really like. And that little bit at the end, you could really like. That's a suggestion to her that she could really like me. See?
No, actually, my real name is Pete. Pete Sutcliffe.
The Yorkshire
Does anyone know
Ripper.
who that is? Okay. The Yorkshire Ripper, that's right. By the way, I'm holding your hand just a little longer than I should. I've done that with girls. So I'm not going to do it with you, but come here. I'll do some of that. Here, give me, like, I'm hugging them. I'll actually like go, oh my God, let me feel those buns. I'm like squeezing their buns and, oh my God, you're so firm. And I just have to say, I'm starting to feel a real tingle. And they never have a bad response. They're laughing. And then I say, listen, I know that was really totally outrageous. But when I saw you, I thought, she's so pretty, she probably gets hit on 100 times a day. Think of something different
I wouldn't
to
use
really
hit on,
get her
actually
attention.
approached.
Now that's flattering. Do you understand what I'm saying? You get it? Have a seat. So you see how I'm using this to get her attention by being funny, and as soon as I'm funny, I then go to making my statement of intent. I even admit that what I did is corny and stupid. If I admit that it's corny and stupid, that she can't be thinking, oh, that was corny and stupid because I'm saying it first. I'm admitting it. I'm saying, of course it's corny and stupid.
And again, being disengaging in a way that's so different is activating that reward-seeking mechanism in the mind. So anything we do is going to be sent across her desire to seek for more. And that is what makes everything we do as far as the rest of it so much more powerful.
But I saw you, I thought, she's so cute, she probably gets hit on 100 times a week. Think of something different. Just think of it. And so I just had to come and say hi that way. I hope it isn't too unusual, but you look like you're a really fun and playful person.
Now that's a really good one too. I hope it's not too unusual, but you look like you're a really fun and playful person. That's both a compliment. Oh, he thinks I'm fun and playful, and it's also a challenge to open up to more. Oh, are you fun and playful? No, I'm boring and terrified of others. So that's also a good follow-up to say, you know, I saw you. I know that's totally over the top. When I saw you, I thought, she's so pretty. She probably gets hit on. She probably gets approached 100 times a week. Think of something unique and different to get her attention. And you seem like a fun and playful person.
What is she going to say? No, I'm not. I'm a stuck-up bitch with ice cubes. And
Now, once she steps into that role, that again is creating that seeking behavior, and it makes her more open and receptive. I almost said vulnerable to the rest of our seductive moves. This is getting to be a huge file, so I will do part 2 momentarily.